Hey, how's it going? 004 Fathom Podcast Part 2.
Yeah.
Wade Words, Mason Hatley's back.
Yeah.
Tequila, we're not drunk anymore.
No.
We stopped drinking.
Wow.
We drank too much. Shit got weird.
It got real weird. But you know
Define
what?
weird.
We what we do is we adjust. We're adapters. That's what we are, right? We adapt.
Yeah, no, I mean, as performers, I mean, I think we've drank that much tequila before when we were playing before, but there's no cutting halfway through on those sets, though. We got to finish those out.
Yeah, no, that's actually facts. Facts again.
Yeah.
Here. Before we start, though, I know we're not drunk.
We're not drunk like we were.
But
on the other
we're gonna
episode,
actually
but
start off with the.
just hair of the dog.
Yeah.
All right. So before I finish the questions that we weren't able to finish last time, Mason's got a new question. Because I really thought the is water wet question was interesting. So
So my question. All right.
Well, I was gonna.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
No, okay, yeah. Well, because I forgot to, because we were, really starting to get pretty tipsy or whatever. But I was going to counter your "is water wet" question with a question of my own, which is, does a straw have one or two holes?
Yeah, that straw has one hole.
That's where you're wrong. It has two holes.
No, but you just said you were wrong, like you knew that.
Well, at least in my belief. That's okay. Good call. But no, in my belief, it has two holes. But I want to hear
It's like your opinion.
Let me hear your reasoning behind you saying it only has one hole.
Because if you drop a ball into a hole,
Yeah.
it's one hole. If you need two balls to drop into two holes.
So you're saying holes have to be
I don't
side
know.
by side? They have to be side by side. They can't
Right.
No, I'm just saying.
be on one end or the other. Because my question.
You were just saying
my
that
que-
you
yeah,
thought
no.
that the shot glass
No,
was a hole. It's not a hole. It's a cup.
Exact. It's a hole in the
Yeah.
top. It's a hole in the top
an
of the glass.
opening.
Is that a hole?
It's an
The-
opening.
which happens to be a hole. Now, if you open up the
You
other
could flatten
end, you
a
have
cup
two
and
holes.
it would be flat. A hole is something that you can fall through.
See,
a donut hole.
Exactly. That's what
That has a hole. There's no
Okay,
other.
okay.
This is a half hole. This is an opening, not a hole.
It's still a hole. There is a hole in that glass. So if you open the other end, that's a separate hole. That's two holes. There's two holes in that glass. Then
You're gonna talk to me in 2 weeks and be like, dude, you're right.
no,
It's one hole.
No, it's two holes. That's my firm belief. It is two holes because, like, if you look at, like, say, like, when you go golfing and you put the ball into the hole that they call the hole, and then there's a bottom to it, so it's actually a cup. Now, if there was no bottom, then there would be another hole at the end that the ball would come out. You see what I'm saying? There's two separate holes. Paulie, what do you think? What is your opinion?
My mind's twisted.
Does a straw have one or two holes?
You got to define what is a hole. Jeez.
Like, it's an opening. Like,
I mean, I
it's
see
an
your side
opening.
of two holes, right? It's an opening.
Like, what? Okay. Let's take it outside the straw. Look at your
Man.
T-shirt. Look at your T-shirt. How many holes are in your T-shirt?
Okay, well then a straw has two holes, I guess.
Yeah,
I would
right?
say.
Right? Two holes.
Two
A hole at the
holes.
top or a hole at the bottom, or a hole at each end. Either way, it's a hole.
But
'Cause
it could be just one hole. It's
because
one hole, a bottomless hole.
But that's what I'm saying. If there was no
I don't
other
know.
hole on the other end of a straw, it would just be essentially one long cup. That's my point.
And that would be a hole.
It'd be one long cup, and it would only have one hole. But now that you open up the other end and it has two holes, it becomes a straw, a cylinder.
I feel like a hole has to be
Okay,
in
well, you just said it
something,
right
you know?
there. So I'm looking at, like, facts.
All right.
Some people say one. Some people say two. There are a handful of big thinkers who claim it doesn't have any
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
at all. The fact that it is a cylinder.
Yes.
But for the sake of ease, let's ignore the third option. And then there's, like, a voting thing, and there's, like, videos all over the place.
So
A straw has one hole. It says, on the basis that it makes sense to claim a straw has one hole. Think of a donut. It only has one hole. Does a donut have one hole or two holes?
no, it has two holes.
Okay, well,
No.
it's just like a short straw.
It has,
I
which has
think
two holes. A
there's only
donut has
one-
a
I think it's only
top
one
hole
hole.
and a bottom hole.
It has two circles at both of its openings. It says right here.
Yeah, I think it's only one hole.
Both of its openings. So essentially saying 2 holes. Both.
An opening is not a hole.
A opening is a hole. A opening is a hole.
I mean, like it says right here that the debate, which is a big debate, has 1 fucking hole with 2 openings.
Yeah, I don't agree with whatever that it says.
I don't put your comment underneath
on the Google.
Tell me if a straw has 1 or 2 holes. We'll do a vote thing.
Yeah, I know you guys are all on my side.
I feel like if you bent it in half, then you would have
2 holes.
Option of 2 holes.
See, that's what I'm saying. So if you can bend it in half and have 2 holes,
but it's the same. But it's the same hole. No,
it says 50%. 50% on a huge poll says that the straw has 1 hole. 32% says it has 2 holes, and 18% says it doesn't have any holes.
Right. Well, I guess. I mean, the cylinder part. I think that's probably the most accurate. But I do think that the 2-hole thing is accurate because, like, once again, if the straw if it was enclosed on one end, then it would essentially make it a cup, a long, skinny cup. I'll give you that, but it's still a cup. Opening that other side creates a second hole, and allows the water to flow through, or whatever liquid to flow through, creating actually 2 holes in the straw.
But a hole is not the circle.
My belief. But see,
a hole
I guess
is not
I don't.
The opening.
I don't basis the
mouth of
idea.
The hole.
The idea of a
the
hole. What's that? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Doesn't the hole have to be like in something? I mean,
well,
like what? I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
It's a hole in the air.
It's in the long plastic.
Isn't a hole the absence of something that's around
the long plastic
inside?
Tube, the long plastic tube. The hole is an opening.
How many holes do you have in your head?
No, if you have a hole in your head, that's the absence of your head being in there, right? So what I'm saying is, like, this is a cup until you put it in the ground, and then it's a hole because it is the absence of the ground around it.
It's a cup in the ground.
It's a cup in the ground, but that is in a hole because the hole, you've dug out the matter.
See what I'm saying?
And you've created a straw is just a cylinder in space.
That was just a warm up.
Oh man,
I don't know. I still think
so you're saying?
What are you saying? Yeah,
I am saying a straw is actually not a hole
at all,
unless it's in a liquid, then it is a hole.
Weren't you just saying that you hate how you laugh like that?
Yeah, I can't help it. That's my authentic.
I feel like a hole is when
genuine hearty laugh.
When there's an absence of the material around it. So, like, if you're in the dirt and you dig the dirt out, there's air in there. That's a hole, right? If you tear space and, like, it's nothing in there, that's a hole, right? I mean, if the hole is filled with the same material that's out, so you have a straw that's in the air, it's filled with the same material on the outside. It is a cylinder in space. But if you stick it into something and create an air gap, then it is a hole. And if it goes all the way through, then that is a hole through it. But it is only one hole. Unless you flip it around, it's the same hole. One hole for a straw in a material. Otherwise, it's not. Otherwise, it's a cylinder in space. That's what it is.
2 holes.
All right, so
cylinder in space.
I guess you both.
Straw's no hole.
I guess you both. Well, but he did say that it has 1 hole if it's in a substance. So thus agreeing with you. So I guess this room at least kind of holds up to the statistics on the internet. Partly.
Just my opinion is the favored, though.
Yeah.
Because
I can't necessarily say it's the right opinion, but it's just an opinion nonetheless.
You can sort of say that.
I don't know. Which way do you think that the toilet paper is supposed to go?
Over the top.
Over the top or under the bottom?
However way I put it in
suck.
there.
Yeah.
Actually, I broke my fucking thing that holds the toilet thing, so I just set
on
it
top of the tank, yo.
So I just
That's
put it
on top of the
either
tank.
on the back of the toilet, just sitting there on the ground right in front of it.
Who knows?
That's great. I think it
I just
on the floor.
I put my 2 fingers in the hole
Yep.
of the toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper tube. That's
and then I wrap
one
it
hole
around.
and the other hole, right?
No, it's just 1 hole.
Well, whatever.
Through there.
I still think 2 holes. But then when you do it like that, right, on your finger, do you have the toilet paper coming down from the back, or do you have it coming down from the front?
It's broken, and I don't care.
No, I know. When you put the tube on your finger, you said you put the tube on your finger when you do it.
Dude, I'm usually so drunk and been holding it so long, I just grab it. I don't think.
You shouldn't hold your shit in, bro. That's bad for you.
Let's not talk about that.
All right.
So we were talking about song biting.
Yeah.
People stealing your music, stealing your ideas, stealing your flows, doing whatever you do.
Yeah.
You're always claiming people are biting.
Yep.
Nobody's biting you.
No, I know. I say it all in jest.
But what do you think of this? Is this a common trend?
I think it's very anymore in hip hop. It's become extremely commonplace to lift certain lyrics from another rapper. I mean, I'm going to just put it out there. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say people are blatantly biting somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because there's one thing about, biting somebody, and there's another thing about, like, going out there knowing that you're taking this line just to pay homage to, the person that you're lifting the line from or whatever. But I think it all becomes in context in the song. If it sounds like the person is, like, kind of highlighting the line that they've taken from the other rapper or whatever,
choosing a line that everyone knows.
Exactly.
But that's not biting. That's called homage.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you basically take a line and then fucking just incorporate it in your rhyme and hope that no one catches it and you're not highlighting it at all, and you're not bringing more attention to it, basically, and you're just trying to slide it under
you
the radar.
bit me and minimalized.
No, I've never bit you ever.
I got
in
a
my
song
life.
Featuring Madachi and Breakneck the Mage called "Streets Like a Sex Scene."
I've never even heard that song.
And I said electrify, high rise, something. You said that shit.
I said electrified live wires.
Yep, and I said the exact same thing, and it was like 2 lines, but maybe just because those words rhyme and would like easily go together, maybe it was like
maybe. But then,
it's like when somebody's
that's like in Billy Ballad's 16. He says something about A6, and in Minimized, I say something about the A6.
Oh, so you bit me and Billy on
I don't think
song.
that's
Minimized.
biting, man.
Minimized
It's not
came
Notice
out.
that yours came out
Minimized-
much after
Come
both
on.
of ours.
The CD, the video came out, but the song was out well before. It was being
Where was it out?
It was being played on Blue Gold Radio. It was everywhere. It was on SoundCloud.
I made Streets Like a Sex Scene when I was 22.
Okay, where is that?
It's on. I'm playing it to you later.
Okay, well, see,
It's
I've
not
never
on
heard
your
the song,
albums,
but
though.
for you to think that I bit you,
I didn't see it, but you didn't let me finish.
Oh,
okay, so like, just like let's go Louis C.K. Dane Cook. He had that joke that was about like farting, right?
okay.
And yeah,
That's a
this is
straight
something that everybody goes through.
Oh yeah.
And why is it so fucked up to think that maybe we thought of the same rhyme?
Oh yeah.
Or
no.
maybe they had the same funny thing happen to them.
Oh yeah, that's definitely coincident. I mean, that shit happens.
Well, how far apart were these jokes told?
And well, I don't know about the jokes.
I'm trying to remember
Because
what
I
the
feel
joke
like
was.
I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was like, yeah, that's I feel like
Or
if you
like,
look at like late night shows, they definitely have like the same kind of writers. Like they're sharing stuff.
well, let's talk about Amy Schumer. Amy
But
Schumer apparently
stand-up comedians.
every sketch on her TV show was stolen from Mad TV or something else.
Yeah,
But the jokes were so dumb and plain and like simple. I mean, I think they stole those jokes.
I think comedians steal jokes from each other all the time.
I think it's hard not
It's
to.
just
I think
like rapping. I mean, what is comedy?
when I
you know?
bartend,
mean,
when I bartend and I start telling a story and we start talking about something that hit me that I thought was clever, and then the subject comes up, a lot of times I will pull parts from a Dave Chappelle joke or something, and I won't mean it, but I can't really remember where I heard that, and then I kind of just made it my own because I heard it and it influenced me. I mean, letting somebody influence you and saying the same type of thing, you can't really hate, but I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to prove if somebody's blatantly biting you. I mean, there's only so many fucking rhymes. There's only so many subject matters. I don't think.
when you come up, I'm sorry.
Go, no, I'm done.
When you come up with the same setup and the same punchline, whether it's comedy or hooks, or like or hip hop. I'm sorry. I mean, come on. I mean, you can have the same idea. Absolutely, and we rappers talk about the same things all the time, and so do comedians. But like, I feel like biting is like pretty much verbatim. Like you're like, I said this, and then like a week or two later, you said the exact same thing.
Well, yeah.
Or on your album, you
like
you
the
spit-
literally,
so
there's like
you literally
3
spit
lines.
my
over.
lyrics the same.
What you're saying, what you go through is commonly known as cryptomnesia. and that occurs when a forgotten memory returns without being recognized as such by the subject, who believes it is something
dope.
new and original. Cryptomnesia.
Well,
that's what you're saying. Like you might have heard.
Well, after I say it, I'm like, I'm not sure if I thought of that.
I
but
know.
Have
dude,
you ever
that happens to me
Have you
too.
ever
But I'm
written
not
some rhymes and
but it
words
is.
that you were biting somebody?
No, but I mean, like I said, I
mean,
Okay, in that Blind Cinema song, I said something about fucking dead animals, and then I said another line that kind of reminded me of an Eminem rhyme, and I was like worried that I bit Eminem, but then I asked like 20 people, and they were like, no, you just used the same rhymes he used, but you said it's a totally different thing. And I was
yeah,
like,
see, and that's the thing, and that's
the
where being a rapper is
That's
gonna mess you up in your mind, because you know a lot of times, obviously, there's only certain, like you just said, there's only certain amount of rhyme schemes that people can go through. I mean, at some point,
how
in time,
many things rhyme with animals?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure people can find a ton of things that rhyme.
I mean,
with
I think I just rhymed like, animals with like mammals.
Mammals.
I'm gonna keep. Tonight isn't about drinking. We're not really drinking. It was supposed to be
But
sober.
we are.
No,
so
but
it's
we're gonna
all
have
good. You know how
another
it
shot.
goes.
No,
I mean, we say these things before we start.
Let's have another shot.
Since the
Trying to be
since part
adults.
1, I have been drinking like Nicolas Cage and leaving Las Vegas.
That's drinking.
I know
goals right
you've
there
been drunk.
for nobody.
I'm actually.
Shouldn't drink like that though.
I don't drink like a lot. I just do when I'm fucked up. And then I.
You don't drink a little either, so I'm trying to figure out where that is exactly.
If my life is good, I won't drink. If my life is, or if I'm not scared to do something, or if I'm not in a shitty spot in my life, I won't drink.
Really? You want just to have a drink?
I'm in poverty. No, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. I like weed.
Fair enough.
I like
right?
movies. I like
Movies are
writing,
good.
and I like like working on shit. So
Word.
I was just gonna do this by myself, but the brothers are back.
There's no lonely tequila shot.
Holy shit.
Well, that made me cough a little bit there.
Yeah, me too. All right, so okay, and I don't want to bring it up. But the theme is kind of biting, and he's not here to defend himself or anyway. But Tyler accused us of biting him a little bit, didn't he?
Oh, he did. Yes, he did.
On our super smash hit, Wisconsin.
He thinks that we bit him and Cooley, which I mean I can see his argument. Honestly, 100% can see his argument. It sounds a lot like it. They sound very similar.
Okay,
But
well
I'm not gonna say-
let's say okay. Our hook is, where you from? Wisconsin. Bars and garages, lots of margarine. Where you from? Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Tattoos, beer pong. Damn, his beard's long.
Right.
What's theirs?
It starts off. I don't know exactly verbatim, to be honest.
Where
with
you from?
Where you
Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's where you from. And he doesn't call back with Minnesota. I don't remember exactly how it goes. I'd have to listen to the song again because I don't have it in my memory bank.
But it's like, all right, don't you know?
Yeah, well, yeah. I think he says something about Minnesota, and yeah, you betcha. So I don't. Like I said, I don't know verbatim, but I just know that the where you from, the call and response, or not even, it's not even call and response.
But how can you fucking copyright that? Like I'm telling you,
that's a good call. That's a good call. I mean, it's just similar sort of.
I mean,
things.
how many people have claimed
Similar
their set
harmonies
or where
can
they're
be,
from,
right,
and
But
Right.
you know,
Right, and then there's all the like
Come on.
rappers like, "Hi, my name is," and "What's your name?" and all these, name.
Yeah, my name is.
Yeah, my name is. It's
you
like,
can't copyright that. Like when
Yeah, I get it.
when Paris Hilton tried to copyright, what did she try to copyright? Like that's
Oh, that's hot.
That's hot, yeah.
Hot. Yeah. That's hot.
and it's like, bitch.
How can you copyright that? So, like, if I'm telling my child not to touch something because that's hot, and now,
Yeah.
and
I'm sued.
Yeah, and I'm sued by Paris Hilton. That'd be
And then,
outrageous.
like,
That'd be outrageous. No, but I just, like I said, I don't think he's obviously not mad. And shout out to Tyler Franz. He's a fucking
Yeah, he's
man.
our good friend.
Breakneck the Mage is.
I'm just trying to give examples of.
Yeah, no. I know. I get you.
I don't
but-
think biting is that big of a deal anymore. I don't think we should make that big of a deal of it. Like.
So, what do you? What's your opinion?
Like,
on
okay,
Ghostwriters?
your
And if
boy Nino Powers bites
No,
Kendrick Lamar's
His
style.
name is Nino Bless, Doc. Nino
My
Bless.
bad. Okay,
Come on.
Nino Bless, one of Mason's favorite rappers. The dude's a really good rapper, but
He's
he
amazing. He's amazing.
He has a tone and a cadence that is very similar to Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, I don't.
you're gonna
I-
have that
But
I mean, is that
Influences, yo.
biting? Is that biting? Or when somebody fucking
If
I don't
you're
know.
claiming
I mean,
that's your
don't-
new style,
It's like asking, do you think? Okay, I mean, it's very similar to asking, do you think Action Bronson is biting Ghostface because his voice sounds like him?
No, I don't even think they sound that much alike, though. In my opinion.
Okay, well, I don't think that Kendrick Lamar and Nino Bless sound that much alike, but you do, so that's what I'm saying. So it all really depends on like what your perspective is on it. I mean, everything revolves around perspective.
Who's another rapper that sounds like another rapper?
Like every single rapper sounds like the Migos right now. I mean, that's.
Yeah, we already covered that in part 1.
I know we did, but
Cooley sounds like Eminem. Not to bring him up again.
his voice sounds. Yeah, and his cadence does, yeah. But he's
a big fan, and he'll admit that. Like honestly, I wouldn't have started rapping if I didn't like. He was like he gives Eminem credit. So is he a biter? Saying that like I did learn from his credit?
No, he's not a biter at all because he's forthcoming with his his realness. I mean, with what's going on. He's a real dude. He's a real ass motherfucker.
We're all real dudes, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody as far as we know, as far as we know, everybody's real because we don't know what is real and what's not.
Oh my God,
it's all about perspective.
Holes aren't real.
Once again, let's go back to this perspective.
Holes
thing.
aren't real.
Holes are a lack of something.
Those are just cylinder.
All right.
We're talking about self-destruction. So, okay. So just to say, is this working?
Yeah.
Okay, so to finish the biting thing, I don't think biting's a real big thing these days. Like, well, let's talk painters. Let's talk different art. Let's talk. Okay, so if an artist draws a picture of an apple,
okay,
and then another artist draws a picture of an apple,
yep,
and they're both red,
yep,
and they both use colored pencils,
yeah,
is that dude biting that other dude? I mean, doesn't everybody have a fucking right to draw a picture of an apple?
No, absolutely. Everybody has exact right to draw a picture of an apple. And I guess it comes kind of convoluted when you start talking about like different art forms as far as I'm concerned, just because it's not... Well, no, actually not really, because you know what? Apparently, when I say recently, I think it was like actually like 5 or 7 years ago now. Turns out that everybody thinks that Bob Dylan is this great painter, when it turns out that, I know, singer-songwriter Bob Dylan, yeah. Like, he has all these artworks all these paintings that he's painted, and everybody's like, thought he was like this phenomenal painter. And then turns out, like, every single one of his paintings that he ever painted was an exact copy of something else. Yeah. So that in that case,
I will tell
because that was before like the internet and before the internet shrunk the world. Basically,
can I be real with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have bit LP.
Have you?
Purposely.
What do you mean?
LP, the rapper LP from Run the Jewels.
Yeah, I know who you mean. I'm
a bigger fan of him.
How do you mean? How do you mean?
Oh,
So I grabbed one of his instrumental albums. I took a beat that he made.
Yeah.
And I rapped over it, and I tried to sound exactly like him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, but my question is, did you?
Okay.
I never released it.
Did you Did you take his words and?
No, but I took his style. And
okay. So
sounds like an exercise.
This is where the fine line is, right there. I think in line is the fine line. Is the fact that just because you took his instrumental and his style doesn't mean that you necessarily bit him.
You're biting his style.
You were influenced.
You're biting his style.
You're using his,
right before I jumped up on that track, I was like,
"You do his style. You're biting.
I'm about
his
to
style,
bite
dude.
his style." And when I was done, I was
You're biting his style hard,
I bit
dude.
his style.
Yeah.
well, that's the case.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's the case. You bit his.
The
You
song
knew you
was
were doing
called.
it,
The
though.
song was called "Blind Cows and Chickens."
You bit his style, but
if you put that out and said, "Yo, this is me,"
you
blah blah blah.
I don't know.
But I think it would have been.
I
I don't think he would be pissed. I don't think anybody would be pissed. I don't even think that many people would notice. I think that biting is a thing of the past because there's so much music. There's so much shit.
I also do agree with that. I mean, there's integrity, there's artistic integrity that I think about, but at the same time, I do totally agree with you.
Which you know that I have, but yet I've bit people before.
Yeah, well,
Oh, you don't think I have?
Well, now that I know that you bit people.
Why are you saying you bit people?
No, but I'm saying. I think there's especially anymore now that
biting while I'm right.
hip hop has become a lot more like we
Fight.
talked about kind of in the first episode, how it's become a lot more of pop music. You know what I'm saying? So now it's not just rappers, rapping and writing their own.
No,
shit.
pop music has became hip hop. Hip hop has become pop.
It's a
music.
collaboration.
It's a
Everybody's
blend. Yeah, you're
scrambling
right.
for that
Pop
gold.
music.
And what's hot is what's
Pop
hot.
music stole more from hip hop than
anything else, and so is every other genre. Look at country music these days.
Oh
like
God,
new
their bass
country
lines can suck my dick.
It's so disgusting how much they fucking try to fucking culture appropriate fucking hip hop. It's disgusting. But anyway, all I'm saying is though, what was I saying? Where was I going? I don't know.
You were talking about how.
Oh yeah, with pop music. There's so many ghostwriters. Rappers aren't writing their own raps anymore. You know, so I think with that, I guess there goes out the window goes biting because who fucking cares? You're not even
Ain't
writing
that
your
weird?
own fucking lyrics anymore.
I've never
Ain't
let
that just
anybody.
weird?
I've wrote for other people. I've ghostwritten.
Like that's how pop is.
I've
but-
ghostwritten plenty.
but I've never asked somebody to do it.
Oh,
I
you wanted to ghostwrite for me for a while.
I was like,
You're
Paul,
like, dude,
let me do this.
You want me to write a rhyme for you? I'm like, nah, bro.
But then you got good and bit my style.
I did not bite
Oh,
your
come on,
style.
listen. Okay, Blue Poly 2's got a new album coming out.
Oh, wait till you
Bit
guys hear
your
Cop that
style.
shit. Cop that
Whoa,
shit, and you
whoa,
tell
whoa.
me.
You peak, dog. Peak.
You tell me.
Oh,
You tell me if Blue Poly 2 is biting my style. No,
Yeah,
okay.
you tell
He's
him.
not biting my style.
he's very
but
influenced by
but
your
for the
style,
fact
though.
by the fact that we've worked together for so long and done so many raps, sometimes
Exactly.
I hear myself in him.
I feel
But
the
I
same
don't.
way.
I don't feel like he's biting me. But yes, sometimes I'm like, did Paul say that or did
No,
I?
dude,
Even on the podcast,
honestly-
I'm like, did Paul say that or did I?
Let me be honest with you, man. When I listen to my rap, sometimes like I'm like, am I like getting into like Fathom territory?
You
But it's
gotta
just
watch
because
it.
we've done so much together
That's
for so
amazing.
long, you know.
That's
And
amazing.
like, and then sometimes I throw together. I'm like, am I getting into Pizzy's territory? It's like I don't know because
Yeah, well,
We're
me and
fuck-
Pizzy are pretty opposite
th-
spectrums.
That-
of
You
rap
are.
styles.
and that's,
And I'm
and that's
kinda
a
like-
beautiful thing right there because that
Because
that
sometimes
just
the right
allows people to
rhymes,
grow
like-
more. I mean,
Yeah,
being
I mean-
influenced by somebody else is
we all
totally different
we gotta
than
vibe
like
together.
quote unquote biting. And that's I guess the point that I was trying to make when you said you recreated the
bitch,
LP
you.
style in that one that you never released. You know, it's like. Yeah, okay, so in that song that you didn't release, you bit his style, but it also helps you evolve, you know what I'm saying? It's like
teaches
it's like
you different ways of rhyme schemes.
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
Tries
So
new things that maybe might have fit you better than you did. So I don't know.
what you gonna do?
so there's-
I think song biting is okay. I mean, in an era where anyone can steal anybody's music and put it on YouTube and get notoriety and credit for other people's shit, who gives a fuck about biting? If anybody out there listens to my music and enjoys it so much that they wanna they wanna rap
There you
like
go.
Fathom, if they wanna drop an octave
you
in their
go.
voice and you wanna rap slow over guitars, fucking do it. I dare you. You do it better than me, I'll fucking quit. I don't care. Or I'll bite somebody. I'll bite your old style and I'll do it better than you did. I don't know. I don't
Yes.
give a fuck.
Come on.
Go ahead. Drop it an octave.
Talk that
do
shit.
it slow.
Come around.
Talk that
Talk
shit.
real.
Talk
bite
that
me.
shit.
I dare
Bite
you.
me.
I don't care. I'll shake your hand. Let you open for me.
Yeah, let you open for me, he says.
Like a
Hey,
hole.
man, that's all I got left.
Yo,
The only thing that, I mean, that's the cool thing. That's what I love about music. It's made me, it's the one thing that I have control over.
yeah,
And it's the one thing that hasn't fallen to fucking pieces.
yeah, I totally get that.
I've been thinking about quitting music.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Why do you think I'm doing this fucking
You
podcast?
didn't know that?
Do you not
He
listen to my new
threatens that shit,
songs
like,
in every
six-
song?
Every
I
6
mean-
months, he's like, I'm gonna quit.
Well, your songs are, I don't know. I almost take it as like almost like chicken fodder because I don't know. I mean, so a
When
lot
he
of
said
It's
that,
not a
people-
metaphor when I'm
people-
like,
like,
I
whatever,
want
dude.
People
to
talk
quit in the
No,
middle of
you
a
don't.
song.
That's the thing. You don't.
People talk about killing people on their songs doesn't mean that they actually do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how I thought it was. I don't know. I just thought it was.
I
Just
mean,
like,
it crosses my mind.
I get it.
I'm 32, dude. I mean, fuck, I don't know what you guys are doing.
Bitch.
But I'm 32, and it's like, I want to become, I mean, I don't know. Okay, when I started rapping, I said to myself, one day I'm going to be the best rapper in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And I'm going to be able to go to a show without advertising it, and people will show up.
Yep.
I've done. That was my goal. That was my dream. I'm here. I still love rap. I want to do rap. There's no better drug or feeling than standing up there and having people feel your shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Endgame. I always thought that I would end up somehow like Henry Rollins, like where I just want to talk. I want to express myself in a mature way, where I don't have to deal with the music business. And if I say I'm going to quit music, it means I'm going to quit the pursuit of making a career in music.
Right, I get you.
And if I did that, maybe, just maybe, I might be more successful with music. And you give me an open verse, I'll always write it. I love writing raps. I've learned that. I love that. But yeah, I'm starting thinking of different ways. I want to get more into hosting, podcasts, radio. You pay me money and I'll come entertain whoever. I mean, I think that my art has evolved in a way where I don't see myself so much as I'm a rapper. I'm not trying to make fucking hits or I don't know.
Well, have you ever also thought like just other, I guess maybe this one wouldn't be great for you just because I know how it is with you after you set up these shows, but like an event coordinator. Like, damn, dog, you literally have over 15 years of experience in doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why the only reason I can get a
saying.
bartending job is anywhere where they play music, because that's the only place I'm fucking respected.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a different avenue too. But I feel what you're saying, dude. Me being older than you.
There was a time you came up to me and you were gonna quit.
Yeah, well, because I was in the same shoes as you. You know what I'm saying? It was
fucking ain't that fun. There ain't nobody to do it with.
You talk about you wanted to be the best rapper in the scene and known as that. I think at one point in time, before you really got popular, that's where I was with the Frozen Tundra. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a year in the Volume 1 that I came in first with the Frozen Tundra and second with Mr. Pizzy, and I thought that damn, I can't get any better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had that Fathom Wayward year too, didn't I?
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know exactly what you mean. I think hip hop for sure, and especially now, has evolved into a such different thing where back
when Luda became more of an actor than a rapper, maybe I'd like to do something like that.
But it was back in the day. It was a lot more of a young man's game, and now it's like, I don't know. It's kind of evolved into like any age group could pop at any time, like literally pop at any time.
It's getting back to the knowledge, to the roots almost.
It is, and there's so many different in a way venues.
Yeah.
All it takes is
listen to the lyrics.
All it takes is like one hit single, and then you could jump on and do those sorts of things like the Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, so you're saying so this motherfucker just said hip hop is a stepping stool to greater things.
What?
Really, as you get older, right? As you get older, or
I got us that job, in those really crappy movies.
Not only like that, but you are the one that is talking about like giving up on rapping and not wanting to rap anymore, or giving up on the music business. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying is that you could use hip hop, get a poppin' single real quick, and then fucking move yourself onto something different. Give yourself a different platform, or on the same sort of tone, but in a different way.
All right, we're gonna finish these questions. Thank you for what you say. But I'm saying I'll never not be Fathom. I'll just
do what you got to do.
I'll just maybe not like dedicate my fucking life to it. You know what I mean? I got other things in my life that are good too, and I got other dreams. I got new dreams forming.
But let's have fun.
And look at me. I want to bite Henry Rollins and just sell out places and just speak my mind to thousands of sold out crowds. Henry Rollins is the shit.
Just come up with weird comedy like Mitch
Hedberg.
No, Mitch Hedberg wasn't that funny. He was at that time.
He was fucking great, man.
I was listening to him the other day, and I was like, "That okay? It's not."
Well,
funny
now anymore, it might not be funny, but that's because after people start watching that dude and then idolize him, they come out with the same sort of thing. It may be different.
Yeah, he was interesting. Okay, so this is old news, but net neutrality. I know you're against it.
I totally was against it.
But what about
what net neutrality
in the defense?
Oh no, I was no wait.
You're against ending net neutrality, right?
Ending net neutrality.
Okay,
sorry, you got me all tripped up.
Yeah, I said that wrong.
Yeah. You got me tripped up.
Okay, but in defense, couldn't getting rid of net neutrality save the music business? Couldn't it potentially make internet cheaper for people that use the internet for fucking one thing?
I mean,
were you just did a bunch of fucking Democrats tell you that you were losing a right and you got outright mad?
no. What I thought and what I still
Absolutely,
what I still believe is the fact that they
tell them what. Does anybody really have? I wanted Billy here for this, but who knows what the fuck net neutrality is? Net
neutrality says that
which they said was going to be gone.
Cannot be regulated.
It hasn't like completely gone through.
Let him.
The internet is free and open, right? Net neutrality is. We haven't really. I don't feel like we felt any effects from the change right now, but it's being able to get on any site you want at the same
Speed.
bandwidth. You don't want to start buying packages like, oh, I like music, so I'm going to buy the music package.
Right.
And like you say,
I only do Facebook.
Okay, so you could.
So you pay $5 a month for fucking Facebook,
and that works for some people.
They're trying
for me to have to pay more to say I want to access everything.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah,
because I could access everything before. You don't think that if they want to do that,
no,
they'll be like,
who
here
really
access
goes everything? There's guys that watch porn and
Dude,
go on Facebook.
It's the internet. You
and
access everything literally all the time. Google. How are you gonna have Google? How do you throttle Google? Like, oh, you can only search for these things.
Look,
I don't know.
It's actually.
I just don't like them.
I think that if net neutrality is gone, we will realize that porn and music deserve a lot more fucking money.
Porn and music aren't going to get affected.
Possibly. That's possibly true. But what Paul was saying, it's like totally accurate, man.
It's going to be like cable.
It's totally exactly. It's going to be like
package.
Buy a package. You want to watch all this? You have to buy this, and this, and this. And why? When before it was all fucking free. All of it was free, at least, well, not free, but it was under one umbrella
Literally,
cost.
You
just
could
one
get
cost.
anywhere
you wanted. You didn't have. Who cares? Who cares if you don't go there? Who cares? But
I would like to not have the porn package.
You had the opportunity.
Just don't go to porn sites, bro.
It's just like
just put a child block on your computer, man. I'm sure we could do one. Like you can totally block that on your computer.
Not only that, but this way with the ending of net neutrality, company the big.
Maybe we'll get some money.
The big corporations.
We will not.
The big corporations are going to be able to focus their advertisement.
Maybe record labels will come back and we could get signed.
Record labels are still around, but you don't want a record label. You don't want to get signed by a record label. That's a false dream.
That comes from the guy that's been having me do a lot of the record label work.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
but
you're like letting
it's smoke and mirrors, man. I mean, listen, Macklemore tell you, man, it's smoke and mirrors, bro.
Macklemore was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
That's true. But it doesn't mean that he didn't have an independent hustle.
Independent, sure. No,
right?
Independent is coming from nothing, having not a fucking dollar, and making it
so
somewhere.
What do you think about Chance? Do you feel the same? You feel the same way about Chance the Rapper, then, right?
He bought silver spoon was in his mouth.
No, Chance the Rapper was poor, but he actually got sponsored by Apple. That's where he's not signed to a record label. He has a sponsorship by Apple, and that's where he gets. That's why he has a lyric about how he even talks.
I don't want to say
Steve into giving apples for free.
Independent music and independent cinema doesn't really mean independent cinema or music. Is you know what's real now?
Yeah.
What they used to call independent, you should call DIY. People that do
DIY.
Not people that independently found a bunch of money or were born with money. People that built from nothing and did everything their self with their money.
That's YouTube these days,
You're
right?
doing it yourself.
YouTube is
DIY is the new.
Well, not just YouTube, I guess, but any like sort of video streaming like Vimeo or YouTube or anything like that, right? The people that put videos on there and create a fucking following, they probably started. I don't know.
A lot of people that are rich on YouTube started with nothing. Besides the camera that they worked and saved up for.
Yeah.
And
the new wave of independence.
But independent means you didn't have a corporate person like backing you. But but if you're have $1 million, you don't need corporate backing, and then you get this credit for being independent when you didn't independently make the money.
Right.
Wait, Prof, what he does is independent. he built up with mixtapes and played shows until
But
he
he
had enough local fans that he literally.
Well, you're not
Right, and
you're
see,
not
this is where I'm
dependent
not
on
like
somebody.
an aficionado about Prof's career. So, like, Stop House is that's a record label that he created, or like what was that?
Him and Slim, it was like Guff Records for them. You know what
okay.
I mean?
Okay. So
that's
it's like
why
a
when
record,
you
okay.
hear Slim, when St. Paul Slim shares a Prof song, he goes, "Oh, it's a Stop House / Rhyme Sayers."
I see.
And then
So
when
they're-
Prof shared it, he just says Rhyme Sayers.
well, yeah, because he's probably contractually obligated.
Okay, like Billy. Billy was Slick Dick Productions, and I came in and I said,
Slick Dick, that was the shit.
Slick Dick Productions.
Dick.
Damn,
Yeah.
Billy.
Of course. Of
Him
course.
and Rod's label
You
was
guys are
Slick
funny.
Dick Productions,
That's
and then
funny.
I said to him, I go,
Give it to him, Billy.
bro, we gonna do this. I'm gonna help you do it. But you Guff Records now, and then he called Rod in front of me. I don't know if it was in front of me or if he just showed me the text, but he goes, "No disrespect, dog, but I'm taking my talents to Guff Records." And then, so we know if Slug ever calls Billy,
He
I'm gonna get that
LeBron
call
James
too.
him. He LeBron James.
I'm gonna get the call, and he says,
Oh, hey. So
Yo.
real quick. I know. Let me interject real quick. Just when I said LeBron James, it made me think about this. Going back, I know we talked about it for a really long time on the first episode.
Yeah.
Wrestling. There's my new favorite wrestler is Braun Strowman, right? And there's a guy, a sneaker dude, like a custom sneaker dude. He made LeBron James, but he turned him into Braun Strowman shoe. That's like taking him a year to like get it all done or whatever.
Right.
So they're called the LeBron Strowmans, and they're so
No, you
fucking
shared
sick.
it. No,
Right,
something.
right on the sole it says "You're gonna get these hands," like the best catchphase in wrestling. But
Wow,
sorry,
okay.
I
This episode is brought to you by Braun Strowman. LeBron's. What did you say?
the LeBron Strowmans.
LeBron Strowman. Sounds like a pasta.
It kind of does actually.
Sounds like a pasta. All right. So before we, take our break, who wins in a fight between a Congo silverback gorilla or a full-grown grizzly bear?
Ooh.
I know.
Okay, so there's a
Who you asking
silverback gorilla, full-grown both, and they're about to go down. Who wins a fight?
Yeah.
Mason.
first? Yo, easy. The silverback gorilla.
Really?
In my opinion.
Really?
There ain't no fucking question.
Okay, why?
Because he's the most like a human. He has human thoughts, almost like, and he has the strength of
Do
like
they?
10,000 human. Oh, I mean, they
They get jealous.
They're
I
still,
guess that's
they're still super primitive, right? I get it. They're still super primitive. I mean, they still jerk their dick and then like will throw it at people, and they'll take their shit and throw it at people at the zoo or whatever. But I mean, they're superhuman like, and I think that they have.
Do you
pretty,
think Congo
because
gorilla beats a grizzly bear because of brains?
and brawn also. I mean, the brains and brawn. Because do you know that? Like, I don't think that the gorilla would be so smart to know this, but apparently if you bear hug a bear,
Yeah.
it cannot articulate its arms to get to you like this and scratch you up. So if you
Damn.
can
If you can
literally just get close enough to a bear and duck your head so you're not getting bit by his fucking mouth,
Right.
and you could just bear hug him and hold on to him, apparently you can survive a bear attack, and that's for a human being. So all I'm saying is that a gorilla would. Gorillas also have fucking like big fucking canines like me, dog. Like even bigger than mine. So you said I had the flying W coming at you before. Just think of what a gorilla could do. I don't know. I just think that the gorilla would go no pun intended, but would go ape shit and fucking beat the shit out of the bear.
Okay. Paul, what do you think?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the bear for sure.
Okay. Why?
I mean, okay.
I sort of know the answer, and I
dude.
sort of know what I think, and I
Silverback
know.
gorillas are like humans.
They're huge.
Bears are like dogs. Like you go against a crazy dog.
That's an interesting theory.
That
are
is
you
an interesting
are
theory.
you
I
gonna
never
win?
thought of it like
You're
that.
gonna get your ass beat down bad. You might win, but you're hurting. So, man, a bear is made. Those razor sharp talons. or Claws,
I saw
whatever you want to
Revenant.
call them. Yeah,
And I did see Congo too.
The weight,
and Revenant
boy,
was rougher.
You know what? It would be.
I
A
didn't see
huge
Revenant.
clash. They would hit each other.
It would be
like
really
rams would be
huge.
like boom, a bear and a gorilla. But man, you know what? It would be closer than you think.
Oh, no!
I
I
think
don't know.
the bear would win, but the gorilla does have more dexterity. If the gorilla is as big
I
as
got
the
you.
bear,
I made it sound. I know.
man.
I made it
So,
sound.
what,
I
so
made
you're
it,
still going grizzly bear?
I'm thinking the bear's gonna
I
win
made
because
it
it has more devastating, like weaponry. Like
Yeah.
with his claws, it could really slash that.
Claws. Oh, grizzly bear doesn't. Oh, you're saying grizzly bear?
yeah,
Grizzly
yeah.
bear.
That's what he's talking about. Has the
Right,
claws.
and then he's also
See,
got the teeth. And,
I'm
you know,
not.
We're
look,
forgetting
look,
about the
look,
arm span of a gorilla.
I wasn't gonna sit
Have
here.
you ever-
I tried to make
boy,
it.
if they're
make it sound
evenly
like,
sized,
I made it sound like I was the gorilla would win hands down. That was no. It's not like that. It's just my belief. I believe it would be extremely close, and I don't think that the gorilla would come away unscathed. But I do believe that the gorilla would win.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So, have you guys ever fought? Okay, I've fought a lot in my life,
Yep.
and I gotta tell you, there's one thing I hate more than anything:
Yeah. What's that?
fighting somebody really tall.
Okay. Yeah.
Why?
they
Because
got
their
range.
fucking arms are so goddamn long. You have to take a hit to hit them.
Right.
Okay, and everybody knows that gorillas have long ass arms, longer than the length of their whole body. Sometimes their arms are.
Yeah.
So yes, I do think gorillas are gonna get the thing, but there's a fact here. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you,
Where's
a grizzly
where's the facts
bear
coming from?
male
Okay.
weighs 600 pounds.
Okay.
A female weighs 290 to 440 pounds, which blows my mind because I thought they were the same size. But this is Google, and we trust Google. Male full-grown silverback gorilla weighs 300 to 430 pounds.
so the
We're
bear's
talking
got-
150 pounds that grizzly bear has on you. Okay, but we are also talking about a 3-foot range on getting fucking hit first. If the bear hits the ape
No.
Yeah.
You gotta start it
first,
Yeah.
ape done.
No way. No.
I think a grizzly bear could knock out an ape if he got him good once, but I don't think the
What-
bear's gonna get the first hit.
No.
What is the grizzly gonna?
No, I actually just watched this video.
I would rather fight somebody 3 times the size of me than
Look,
somebody
look.
with 2 feet longer arms than me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I've always backed the ape, but most people back the grizzly bear.
Really.
but come on.
A grizzly bear is bigger. Could
Grizzly-
you imagine
good.
a boxer that was 200 pounds bigger than you?
It's the biggest bear.
and what is it?
It's the biggest bear.
That
in
grizzly
all-
bear could take some
And who,
of all the bear
gri-
subspecies, it's the biggest bear. But with that being said, I just think that like Paul said, I guess that was actually one of the best analogies that I never even actually made with the bear species, is that it's a lot like a dog, you know, and it'd be like a.
I don't see that.
It'd
I
be like
think
it'd be like
bears
it'd
are
be like
different than
it'd
dogs.
be like a mastiff.
Yeah.
You can't train a bear to be your homie.
No, you can't. It's okay. Okay.
They tried that in that movie.
It's okay. So they can't be
Just
domesticated.
saying
That's not what I
somebody
was saying.
that's
I wasn't
got the
saying
dexterity of a
that.
human versus the dexterity of a dog. Like a bear would be like a
Yeah,
dog
yeah.
on 4s coming at you, where a
Dexterity-wise,
gorilla could
yeah,
kind of
and
do
I-
like a human.
Okay, so there's 3 of us. We'll do
I
a
feel like I
vote.
still get my ass kicked.
Your
Like,
answer is who wins the fight?
Silverback gorilla.
What's yours?
I'm gonna say the bear wins the fight.
Oh, damn, it's down to me.
What do you say?
Let me just.
Just say
Can
it,
I
man.
say
What do you
one
think?
thing?
We could count. What do you want to say?
It was always the ape, but it was only it was always the ape before, but fuck. The bear wins.
No way. No way. You guys.
The
are
bear
out of your
wins.
mind. You guys are out of your mind.
Maybe
No.
maybe they both just like sit down and say, fuck it, dude, let's stop. Maybe it's like 48 hours with
Well,
Nick
man.
Nolte and Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's the gorilla and Nick Nolte's the bear, and they beat each other up so fucking bad in different styles of ways
Yeah. Or
No,
or
that
they,
they were just like, all right, man,
or-
I'm too fucking tired to argue.
or they could be friends like Baloo and King Louie
Yeah.
in Tailspin.
The difference comes down to the
guess
fact
that was
that the
an
bear
orangutan.
has weapons at the end of his hands. A gorilla has the reach. What is he gonna do? Punch a bear? The bear don't care. You gonna punch a bear in the face?
That's
Dude
true.
weighs 600 pounds.
Yeah,
That gorilla's
he
like,
won't
oh,
even feel it.
and when he catches you with one
Maybe.
of them claws, like he's gonna slash you open. You're
Maybe.
bleeding.
so bad, don't you?
Yeah.
The bear.
We're gonna take a break.
The bear's
and finish
carrying
this podcast when we
knives,
come back.
y'all. All right.
The progress of
Okay. In full disclosure, since it's the biting episode, I did hear that gorilla grizzly bear conversation through a short segment on Joe Rogan.
Oh, well, I guess if we're coming full disclosure,
Biter.
the straw conversation, that was
Biter of conversation.
something that I heard. I think it was on.
Can you really bite it? Can you really?
I mean, it's
Just
a
because somebody had
question.
that conversation, can you not have that conversation?
Did
Right,
Chizzy bite
exactly
that
it.
question?
I did.
You bit that question, yo.
I did. I bit the question. So we're
He
biters.
bit the question.
As- we're fucking biters.
Bit the
bro.
question.
Biters.
Oh.
Cheers to biters. We're drinking
Cheers
beer
to
too, so whoops.
Oh, it's PBRs all around.
All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about football real quick. Mason Hatley's a big sports fan. He likes a
Hey.
lot of really dumb teams that make no sense. I mean, the Colorado Rockies. You
So
grew
funny.
up in Colorado.
So funny that
So
you
why
said
don't
that.
you
You're
tell
not the
me?
only person
Why
to
don't you
say
tell
that.
me the fans, the sports that you're super fans of,
All right.
and why, and then everyone can judge you and know that you are fake.
Okay. Cool.
No,
All
maybe
right.
not. Maybe not.
All right.
Maybe
You biting some
honestly,
teams?
my argument when we talk about my teams will probably back up your argument. But what are your
damn it.
favorite teams? What are your favorite teams and why?
Okay. My favorite teams, football wise, professional, Minnesota Vikings.
Okay,
College level,
rough.
the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Okay, they do good.
Well,
Yeah,
they
no,
used
there.
to.
Okay.
All right, so basketball. My favorite college team is the Kansas Jayhawks.
You're all over
I
the
know.
map.
No,
Oh,
hold
yeah,
on.
no, I know who
No,
they
hold
are.
on, hold on, hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's what
I love
Breakneck
it.
says too.
I
That's
love
what
it. I
I
love it,
I got an explanation for this shit. I got an explanation. for this
Okay,
shit.
yeah.
All right. So anyway, Kansas Jayhawks, my favorite basketball team. My favorite professional basketball team. Honestly, it used to be the Chicago Bulls when I was young because of Michael Jordan. After he retired and I grew up, it's just like
And you found out he didn't tip.
I'm just yes, exactly. I'm just such a huge
And that one sock commercial where you had the Hitler mustache.
the bacon neck commercial on the
Bacon,
with the Hitler mustache.
I always think of Hanes.
well, yeah, Hanes
It was.
undershirt. It was the Hanes undershirt.
Hanes, Nike, and what was the other one?
Hanes Nike
Bacon?
No, not it was a bacon
What?
neck. The bacon neck on the shirt, like the Hanes shirt. You get the.
Oh, so
they
it
didn't
was
get the
still
bacon
Hanes.
neck.
He was just
yeah.
Hanes and Nike.
Yeah, Hanes Nike.
Which
Well,
Nike
and
makes
also,
socks
well,
too.
Wheaties,
You'd think they'd be pissed about that.
Wheaties, Gatorade.
Talking about shirts, though.
I mean, Gatorade was huge too for him. But
Yeah. So what? Yeah, you're all over the place. Like,
oh yeah. So then now I don't really have a favorite basketball team professional wise.
oh,
I
because
just
the Bulls suck and you're a Fairweather fan.
no because Michael Jordan retired and I've never
Derrick
really
Rose
I've never
with
really
his bum knee just wasn't no good. He's
No,
on the
I
Knicks.
just
What
never
team
really-
is he on now?
he plays for the Timberwolves. Actually.
Oh wow, he's
I followed.
close.
I follow the Timberwolves. I follow the Bucks just because proximity rules. But I mean, I don't know. There's just so many good NBA players out there that I just like. I'm a fan of.
They don't even support one team.
I think my biggest
They'll be on a
fandom.
team and their favorite team won't even be the team they're on.
Right,
man.
exactly.
Basketball's gone to shit.
It's crazy. Well, it's weird. I mean, it hasn't gone to shit. It's actually, I think, almost better now than it's ever been, just because I think the players in the NBA are so much more talented overall than they ever have been, because there's just so much more amount of prep going into becoming a professional as a younger kid, than there ever has been before. It used to be like just playing in rec leagues and, get good and then play good in high school and then go to 4 years of college and get good in college. And now it's like 6 years old, let's put you in this traveling team, and now you're in AAU and you're paying all this money, and these kids are just doing all these basically professional drills ever since they're children,
Right.
and they develop a lot quicker.
What's your favorite hockey team?
My favorite hockey team is the Avalanche because of the Colorado connection. But
So Colorado does hold hometown.
It holds a lot for me. It holds a lot
So
for me.
all in all, you just don't like the Broncos, and you don't like.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, when I was growing up in Colorado, it was really trendy to like shit on the Broncos because, well, at least for me as a little kid,
Because they had Cutler or
no,
what?
no, because they had John Elway, and they
John Elway was the shit.
I know, and they would get so far, and then they would not win, and they would choke it in the end, and so it was all about how they couldn't win shit,
And then now you're a Minnesota Vikings fan.
Well, no, I was a Minnesota Viking fan. I was a Minnesota Viking fan.
But I'm just saying you don't like the Broncos because they get so far and then choke, and then
I know. Ironically, that's actually really. It's funny that you say that. That's actually really funny that you say that. I didn't even actually think of that now. For
every reason you hate the Broncos,
yeah,
you should hate the Vikings.
Spectacular, my friend. Way to turn that back around on me. Cheers to you. No, it's funny. That's wow.
Right?
Wow, you just blew my mind.
Burned you.
Yeah, I can't even go anywhere off that. I really can't. I mean,
y'all choked this year.
Well, no, but I guess the only way I can like backpedal out of that one is to say that I matured and I grew. Back then it was trendy.
So are you willing to give the Broncos props right here and right now and say that you were wrong and young?
I already have. When they played the Packers in the Super Bowl, I fucking cheered for the Broncos.
Yeah, they made it all the way that year.
Yeah, they did. And I was cheering for them then. And then they played the Falcons the next year, and I was actually cheering for the Broncos just because that was the year that the Vikings were in the NFC Championship game against the Falcons, and then Gary Anderson, his first missed field goal all season, happened to be the one against the Falcons, and then they lost in the Metrodome.
I like the Falcons a little bit.
I fucking hate the Falcons.
I don't like them now so much.
I hate the Falcons. I hate the.
They got a cool symbol. They used to have Vic.
No disrespect to Blue Paulie too. No disrespect to any of my family members because I have a lot of family members that are Packer fans. But there's no team in the NFL that I hate more than the Packers. No team in the NFL.
Fair enough.
Hey, but I'll be honest with you. No disrespect to you. Close second is the Philadelphia Eagles just because their fans.
That's your second least favorite?
Dude, just because the way they fans treated the Viking fans, dog.
Go to the AFC and fuck off for life.
Nah, dog. The way their fans treat other fans, the way their fans just. The way the fucking.
Oh, how the fuck is the world treated Philadelphia?
The way with fucking open arms and love. Are you kidding me? It's where the fucking Liberty Bell is. I mean, there's so much fucking history in Philadelphia. Everybody loves Philadelphia. It's quote unquote the city of brotherly love, but no, it's more like the city of.
Yeah, so they only have to be good to their brothers.
You, brother.
Fuck you, buddy. Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Hey, they were throwing fucking full beer cans at fucking 12-year-old children walking through the parking lot. They were wearing
because you fucked with the Rocky statue and you told us we didn't have a chance when we were the number 1 seat. Your mouths on the internet are just because you got fucking Midwest hospitality doesn't mean.
Hey, there's
you're so fucking nice on the internet
because there's
this was our year. Fuck if it was, we were the number 1 seat.
Yeah, until
you came to our home and said we didn't have a chance.
They were the number 1. You were the number 1 seed until fucking Carson Wentz got hurt, and then
did we end the number 1 seed?
No, you guys.
Did we win the fucking Super Bowl?
Yeah, you ended the number 1 seed
without. And to diss Paul, and Paul hasn't even got to say his team yet, but yes, Rodgers goes down. The Packers aren't dick. We lose our MVP. And Nick Foles comes back.
What the fuck? What do you think happened to the Vikings, bro? The Vikings
lost them first game.
And we dominated all year with fucking Case Keenum, bro. Okay, we did lose. We did lose fair and square to the Eagles. The Eagles kicked our ass. Oh yeah, they kicked.
I felt bad.
I said after the game. I wish there was fucking some sort of bad fucking refereeing or some sort of anything that I could blame aside from the fact that we just got our fucking asses stomped.
If it wasn't for that cocky ass Snapchat you sent me after the first touchdown.
Well, I just sent it.
I would have never picked on you for a moment.
No, dog. It was just in my story. I don't see. That's not my style. I'm not the type of person.
It felt like it was at me. I'm the only Eagles fan in this city.
I do it every week. It every week, man. Ask Paul if he ever watches my Snapchats on Sunday.
And then your apology after the game.
Well, because
that championship game,
I do.
Snapchat
I got a lot of. I got a
It
lot
was
of.
like a
haters.
lot of people think I'm really obnoxious.
No!
And my heart is crushed.
No, I didn't say my
I'm
heart
sorry.
was
I'm
crushed.
sorry that I'm sorry that I'm obnoxious.
No, I said.
This
Yeah,
I'm
sucks.
sorry.
No, I said all I said was a lot of people think I'm obnoxious, but all I like to do is cheer hard for my team. And so for everybody out
Fair
there,
enough.
we had a great season and we'll see you next year. Pow,
If-
Skull
if-
Vikings.
If the Vikings would have beat the Eagles,
Oh.
I would have rooted for the Vikings.
Yeah, wow.
And I
Oh,
one night we
against
stayed
the
up
Patriots?
Dog, I'm
Hell
yeah.
petty. I'm petty Ruxpin,
we
dog. I'm
text
petty Ruxpin.
all night
Shout out to Jay Walker
before
for that.
the Super Bowl, and
Oh.
I pleaded, and you said that Tom Brady was like a brother to you.
I never said he was like a brother to
Or
me.
he was like a
no,
cousin to you.
No, I would never, ever, ever,
You said some
ever.
shit like that.
No, I said,
but we
I
are
said
closer
Tom-
than brothers.
I
than
said
you
Tom
and
Brady
Brady.
is. I said Tom Brady's my favorite fucking quarterback of all
Yeah.
time. Like he has been ever since he took over at fucking New England. Look, when Dante Culpepper, this is going way back. When Dante Culpepper had his MVP
Everyone hates
season,
you now that they know you rooted for the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
No, they don't. They don't hate me because of that.
I kind of do just a little bit.
Well, I don't think
How?
that. Well, because I'm a Patriot fan. The Patriot
I thought
way.
you were a
Petty
Vikings
Pizzy,
fan.
yo. He's
No,
I
Yeah.
thought
petty
you
Pizzy.
were an NFC
I thought
fan.
you were an
'cause if you're a
NFC
Viking
fan.
fan, you should support the NFC no matter what.
No, that's not the
Yeah.
case. That is not the case. I like the Patriots. I like the way they do their business. I like Tom Brady. I like how he took
Yeah, you
over
do.
as a 6th-round draft pick and then just never relinquished the job. He took it away from a
Oh,
Hall
but the
of Famer.
story of Nick Foles wasn't as beautiful as the fucking story of Tom Brady and his cheating career of football.
Well, no, because Nick
Let me
Foles.
put
Nick
this out here
Foles.
so you can look at it.
Nick Foles was the enemy, bro. I don't know. Just so you guys know, what he's putting out there is his Eagles
Oh.
lanyard on his keys.
He's
So-
been wearing that for years. He's got
I just want
that
you to look
stuff
at
for
that.
years.
That's cool.
though.
That's cool. But
wish I was
just so
wearing
you
my
guys
Super
know,
Bowl
just so you guys
champion
know,
You
less than 7 years ago, this man was actually a Packers fan before Michael Vick joined the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'll
so,
tell that story.
So
I'll tell that story.
so his love for the Eagles.
Let's come back to
is
that.
Super short-lived.
Oh, yeah. Now somebody gets hurt when they talk about
Hey, I've been a Viking fan for my life.
Paul. What's your team? Obviously the Packers,
What?
right?
The Packers? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
The Packers.
Do you like Wisconsin all around? Is it?
Yeah,
Packers,
you know, I mean,
Bucks,
I'm not.
Everybody.
You
I
guys
can
know
see
all
Bucks
these
hats.
stats and all
You're-
these cool
but
things.
what
about
about
these
hockey?
teams.
We don't got a Wisconsin
Hockey?
team.
No, I'm gonna go with the Wild.
No.
I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Wild. I know.
Yeah, looking at Minnesota shit, right? You
No,
loving
I do.
that
I
Minnesota
say, I'm-
shit.
hey,
you
you know
loving
what?
that Minnesota shit.
I live in Eau Claire. I'm closer to Minneapolis. I
Proximity.
relate more to
Goes back to what I
Minneapolis.
said.
I understand a
than
Vikings
like
fan for that
Milwaukee,
reason.
Yeah.
or
I'm
I
sorry.
mean Chicago.
Oh, and the tickets are cheaper.
That's true.
But I think the Wild's cool. Like I don't. Like I say, I mean, like
Their
I'm
logo-
not like
their
a
logo
super
is
like
dope.
sports guy, but like I watch a little bit here and there. And
I like how their logo doubles up as like a,
Their logo's
wild,
dope, right?
wild fucking cat, and then also like a tree
what's a
and
bear,
lake.
dude.
Is it a bear? I thought it was like a cat.
Now you got me down. I don't know.
It's like
I think it's a
it's
bear.
like
so,
a,
so it's Brewers, Packers, Bucks, Wild.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
you
real quick, can I real quick?
Yeah.
My favorite women's basketball team is the Lynx. Shout out to women's basketball.
Didn't they go to business last year?
No.
Oh.
Let's cut that.
So,
Cut that awkward silence out, maybe.
so you said
Because I haven't seen a game in a few years. I haven't seen a game since Lisa Loeb and Cheryl Swoops still played.
Damn, yo, that was like literally back in the 90s.
I watched it.
Hey, I watch women's
I
basketball.
believe it. I believe in women's sports.
I believe in women.
Put it on TV. Maybe it'll have a chance. I
No,
don't know.
I actually like women's wrestling better than I like men's wrestling anymore. Sorry, not to go
well,
back to wrestling.
women's gymnastics beats
yeah,
male
well,
gymnastics.
Yeah, hands down.
Although what those males do is pretty fucking wild.
well, the
But
one.
let's let Paul
Sorry,
do
yeah,
his
yeah,
job.
Sorry,
okay?
my bad. I'm jumping.
Wisconsin, and it's because you live in Wisconsin, and there's no Great Britain teams except for in soccer.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Well,
of course.
just wait till Jacksonville moves over there. Then
To
you can-
Great Britain,
Well, to England at least.
like the city of Jacksonville
Wait,
is going to
Jacksonville
move to
Jaguars are
Britain.
gonna move to Britain.
Jacksonville Jaguars
I wouldn't
Oh,
like them
is it-
over the Packers.
to,
That's-
to
what are you talking
London.
about?
They're gonna move to
Jaguars
London.
were better than the Packers this year.
But I would never like them more than the Packers.
Have you lived in Wisconsin your whole life since you moved here? Were you born here?
I was born in Luther Hospital, right down the
Oh,
road.
see, I didn't know that.
But,
I didn't know
no,
that.
but you were conceived in.
I was conceived. I don't know where I was conceived. It could have been either, and I could have been born in either.
Yeah,
but
you're a dual citizen, though. That's a fact.
I am a dual citizen.
See, that's where I was fucked up. That's why I was fucked up. I'm sorry, my bad.
But I don't.
You were born in Luther Hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Big L.
Okay. Fuck yeah, the big L.
Okay, well,
but no, I'm just, like you wanted me to talk like sports with you guys. Like I'm not gonna rap like that because I don't know
Packers,
that many.
Packers won a lot.
But I do like the Packers, of course. I mean,
yeah,
and I have a great time watching them. It's the
what? Yeah. Oh, there.
Yeah,
you
know, and
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Right. No, Packers win. They always win.
Yeah, they do.
Let me get back to Pizzy called me out on being a Packers fan. Okay, so I grew up a Detroit Lions fan because of Barry Sanders. I grew up.
Damn,
no, just shut up, man. Let me get this out, okay? And then you tell me if I'm a fucking piece of shit or not, okay?
All right.
Okay?
All right.
Because I've had okay, so I grew up. I loved Barry Sanders. He was a fighter. He always lost, and he played, games. Okay, my father was a big Favre fan. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I never agreed with my father on anything. Why would I agree with him on sports? Why don't we keep it the way it was? I'm gonna like the Lions. They play the Packers a lot, and I wanted to be opposite of my father because I wanted my independence. Okay, and then the Lions became the worst team in history after Barry Sanders left, and I stopped caring about football for a while. And I was watching, I don't even know how many years it was ago. It was the Steelers, Packers played something, maybe the Super Bowl or
it's probably the Super Bowl because they were in the Super Bowl.
But it was
Super
some
Bowl 45.
big game, and I remember
Super Bowl 45.
I remember feeling so much excitement for football again, and I said, I gotta get back into football. I gotta start caring about this. I get why people like this so much. So I bought myself a Packers jersey. Okay, and then I rooted for the Packers for a year because I wasn't talking to my father, and I thought it would be okay, and I wanted to be part of that camaraderie on Sunday. The next year, I believe Michael Vick got out of jail, or soon after that, and he got signed to the Eagles. And I used to play, even when I stopped watching football, I played Madden, and I kicked ass at Madden, and I knew I kicked ass way more if I used Michael Vick as a character. So I wanted to have that same fandom. He's back. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
He changed quarterbacks forever despite his past or his history. We could have that conversation, but I think it would be too long to fight about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's just talk about him as a football player.
Okay.
And then that year I said I was dual fanned, I had Eagles jerseys, Packers jerseys, and then they ended up playing each other in the playoffs. And I said, whoever wins this game, I'm going to be a full-fledged fan of because I can't handle this back and forth. It was like having two girlfriends.
Yeah, okay. Well, of course. They're both in the same conference.
That playoff game, they're not in the same. Oh yeah, they're in the same conference. Okay, I was thinking division, but Packers won that game.
Yeah,
and I had two jerseys, and I was in Bloomer at the gym watching it, and there was people. I had a few friends to come watch with me, and I ended up, putting away the Eagles jersey and putting on the Packers jersey and saying I'm going to be an Eagles fan. And all the Packer fans were looking at how sad my face was. My face was so sad. And they said, we don't want you to be a fucking Packers fan. The Packers fans said, you are not a Packers fan. Look it. You are mad that the Eagles lost.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm an Eagles fan.
They watched you. They saw you.
And I said, is it? And they were right. And I said, is it all right if I take this jersey off and put on this Vic jersey? And it's been Eagles since.
Yeah.
And we've went through some shit, and I was there for them. Okay, so don't call me a fair weather.
Well, you are. I mean, you started the story off by
being
a Detroit
not
Lion
a fair
fan.
weather.
Look, our stories are kind of similar. My dad is a huge Packer fan. And I decided I was going to be a Viking fan because,
Make
well,
things
he says because my uncle brainwashed me, but I say it's because, I just needed to stand
When
and
I was
show my own
fucking
independence.
7, I didn't see Eagles games on TVs. I wasn't
Touche,
even,
you got a good point. That's a good point.
it was the Bears, the Vikings, the Packers, or the Lions, and I picked the underdog, man. So what? I mean, actually, if I was picking the underdog, I should have picked the Vikings.
No, you should have picked the Packers at that time because the fucking Packers suck.
Well, they had a couple bad years.
Well, they had fucking Don
And then,
Mikowski.
across the board, basketball, it's hard. I mean, I do support. I more support people in
That's the same way I am.
basketball than I do teams. I mean, the Bucks are cool. I've been following Carmelo Anthony around when he was on the Nuggets with Kenyon Martin and shit and Allen Iverson. Fuck yeah, I was a Nuggets fan.
Well, hell yeah, how could you not be?
And then I was such a Nuggets fan. I followed him to the Knicks, and then now where's he at now? I don't even fucking know.
Who?
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, the Thunder.
Yeah, he's he was my favorite. It's hard to like. Dennis Rodman's my favorite player of all time, but Dennis Rodman, dude.
Right. I was talking
But
about.
I never was a Bulls fan.
No, that's weird. How could you not be?
I mean,
back in the 90s.
Well,
maybe
I have a Bulls. I did.
everybody liked the Bulls. I mean, how could you not?
I think.
See, it's so weird because I say, how could you not like the Bulls in the 90s, but
But have Dennis Rodman be your favorite player.
No, but the Cavaliers
Because everything's
and like
fucked up.
Golden State are like kind of similar to what the Bulls were back in the 90s, and I don't really like those teams. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I don't like teams.
I mean,
I've hated the Lakers on the basis that they were supposed to be the best.
let me ask you this: who do you? I mean, I know you don't like really follow basketball. Like
It's been a
super
rough
close.
year.
Who do you think the GOAT of all time in basketball is?
The greatest basketball player of all time,
Yeah, the GOAT in basketball, professional basketball.
Sean Kemp.
Okay, Paul. What about
But
you?
is Sean Kemp anything? But I'm talking Sean Kemp with Gary Payton. I think that's the best duo. I don't know who the best is. I mean, are you asking me LeBron or fucking Jordan?
Yeah, who do you think?
Jordan.
Jordan. All right. Who do you think's better, LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, yes, LeBron James is a genetic freak of bad attitudes and poor sportsmanship. And yes,
Actually, he's a really good sportsman. He just is
he
made.
flops.
He
Leaves teams in the dust. He fucking destroyed Cleveland for 2 years.
He gutted
He's
them,
like
but
the
that
worst
has nothing to do-
girlfriend.
that has-
He's the worst girlfriend you've ever had.
That,
She's got that good pussy, but she ain't fucking loyal.
he's damn loyal. He just because he left them.
Yeah, he
because
came back because the
knew
grass wasn't greener in Miami.
It was he could cake up in Miami. They don't have a property tax in Miami, so just think about that. Homie went there.
Oh, yeah, your girl left you for some fucking money and then came back once she had money and then shared it with you.
And then,
is that real love?
And then brought a fucking championship to your fucking city. Fuck yeah, that's love.
After you gave okay,
Look.
that's like your girlfriend leaving, giving somebody a fucking marriage ring, and then divorcing him, come back and giving him fucking scraps. He won his first fucking championship in Miami.
No. What it's like is a young man growing up in a city, right, and then choosing to go to a fucking college outside of that city, right, and then winning championships at that college outside of the city,
back with
and
a
then
beat-up
coming
pussy
back
and
and winning
giving
championships for your professional
the
fucking squad, bro.
Sloppy seconds.
Nah, yo. I mean,
He
you can say
gave
you
Cleveland
can call it what it
Cavaliers
is.
sloppy seconds.
I'm not gonna lie. I was mad at LeBron the way he did it. I didn't like the way he did it on national television. You know what I'm saying?
Raise the roof, fuck cocky as fuck out of an ESPN. And when they thought for sure,
I
know
way-
that girl's gonna be loyal to me.
I don't
He wasn't
like-
fucking loyal.
Yeah,
He's a bad girlfriend.
I don't like the way he did it, but it doesn't discredit the man for being.
If I was Cleveland, I wouldn't have took the motherfucker back.
You're lying. You're lying.
I mean, maybe a couple one night stands just so I can I would sign LeBron James back and then trade him.
I think they should actually trade him. Actually, that's my personal opinion at this point, because he only has honestly, 3-4 more years left in him. I mean, trade him now for
All right,
something.
and then
you get.
baseball, no one.
The Rockies. I'm just because of the Colorado love, but I don't really
the
follow
Brewers, but I can't watch fucking
Brewers.
It's
baseball.
I'm
so
over
fucking
baseball.
slow and boring.
I'm over it.
I can watch it
I
live,
fall
but
asleep
on
for
TV,
2
there's
hours,
no way.
wake up, and nothing's happened. Baseball is boring.
Baseball.
They got to figure that out and
crazy
make that
boring
better
sometimes.
somehow. And then hockey, Philadelphia Flyers,
There
I
you go.
guess, because they have a cool ass symbol, and
Sorry,
I
funny.
had a hat and a shirt in it, and it was cool. And so that's sports. And college, I don't really care about college. There's so many teams. I can't keep up. I have a life. Sports are awesome. Sports distract you. It's a big deal, but I don't know. My team, my favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, are Super Bowl champs.
Woo-hoo for you.
And Paul was rooting for me on the Super Bowl.
I did.
Appreciate
I did
that.
root for you, man. NFC, man. Like you say, I can't root. I can't root for them Patriots, man. No way.
Yeah, dude.
No way.
They have too many.
It's like what?
They're like the Lakers in a way, and that's not fun.
Yeah,
But-
well, go Eagles, man.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
thank you.
I'm
Thank
happy
you.
for you.
See?
Both you guys.
And that's how
we're
friends
both
should
looking
be.
at your first Super Bowl victory ever.
Yeah.
So I mean, if the Vikings would have gone,
I have nothing
to the Super
against
Bowl, I would have rooted for the
Mason
Vikings.
being
because
bitter,
of my
but
man,
I
Mason.
thought at the end friendship ruled
But,
over fandom.
Yeah, I rooted for the Eagles, man. I wanted you to win.
You're
hard.
so Tom Petty.
Oh, dude,
He's-
I'm
Peace.
like I said, I'm Petty Ruxpin. I'm fucking Petty Bridgewater.
All right.
Can we take one more shot of Patron?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right. Hey.
Nobody loves me right now, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just
Well,
saying.
you guys a little bit. Paul's been shy all since the last podcast.
What are you talking about? I've been talking the whole time. I had to pee.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about today.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my late night drunk tests. I've been looking for attention for that and getting none back. Billy
What are we dating?
Billy gave me. Well, it's a
we
relationship, isn't it? Isn't it a relationship?
Are you? Do you consider your friendships like relationships? Like,
Some of them.
I think
Really?
he-
When
I
you
think he's-
start counting on somebody, when you start relying on somebody, where I rely on you guys because we do the music. Yes, we have a relationship.
yeah, I guess you got.
It's not a sexual relationship.
No, it's
but
just a relationship. I mean, I guess. Well, I guess.
Well,
Am I right
kinda,
or am I right?
No,
No, you're
it's
right.
it's just kind of redundant. I mean, any sort of.
If you fuckers went a
French,
month
quote-unquote,
without
friendship.
contacting me, I would be pissed off like I would be in on a love relationship. You guys better not go a month without asking me what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean?
I don't think that'll ever happen. No,
Because we're booked up for the next 3 months, so we're gonna have to see each other, right?
no, but well, yeah, well, definitely that. But aside from that, I mean, we see each other every Thursday.
Yo.
Wayward Thursday, baby.
Not every Thursday, but
No.
mostly. That one's gonna make us drunk. Do you want to give props or hate to anybody? Or do you want to call anybody out for being whack? Or do you want to call anybody out for being dope? Do you want to promote anything?
I wanna give props to Breakneck the Mage for being one of the best fucking ambassadors of the culture, whether it be hip hop or battle rap, whatever platform he's on, he's always
I'll also give him credit for being like real small and real hairy.
yeah. Well, I mean, he does it all. I mean, literally, he does it all. The guy is fucking amazing.
I was tight with him before you were, but you guys ended up hitting off at the end, being small, hairy guys.
Yeah. You used to. Didn't you live with him at one time or something like that?
No.
Or you met him. While,
I just hung out where
Oh,
he lived.
didn't he live with Beezy?
He
or
was
something?
staying with BZ
Yeah,
for a little
okay.
bit, and I stayed with Gurge, who was a downstairs neighbor. Oh shit, we didn't even cheers.
I want to give a shout out to my brother Tanner. I want to give a shout out to my brother Levi. I want to give a shout out to some young guy. I want
Your
to give
two cousins, Brianna.
I want to give a shout out. Yeah, both of them. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Jeremy, who you always think is my brother.
But he's your
Yeah.
cousin.
No,
but
but he's
because
my
I knew
cousin.
you and him the best.
Yeah, well, because
Growing
we're
up.
like we're
'Cause you
literally
guys hung
we're
out
like
with Pop D.
we're like almost the same age. He was born. I was born in February of '81, and he was born in November of '82. So I mean, we've been almost basically this. We're the same age, you know, and we've been hanging around with the same people.
And this show is
And
brought to you.
that dude is the best, dude. Like killer. Jeremy is like, dude. You want to talk about like
He's alright.
the best of best people in the world?
Nobody liked me because I was younger than everyone else, but he was good. He was good.
He's
good,
awesome, man. He's
He was good,
awesome.
man.
He's a great man, dude. He's great.
Shout outs to Frozen Tundra.
Yeah, shout outs
If
to
they actually listen.
Yeah, I don't know if they will. I wanna say shout out to everybody back in Colorado, especially Doc Swansenstein and Jackie Bond. Without Doc Swansenstein, I never really probably would have really started doing this, which is Nate Swanson. Without Jackie Bond, I would never have gotten the idea of being as creative as I think that I am.
Every time I give somebody like a chance to give props out, they can't think of one person. You just gave 20 shout-outs. This dude's good at shout-outs. Shout out to shout-outs. Shout out to Mason for being good at shout-outs.
Hey, shout out to Fathom. Shout out for this platform he's allowed me to get on. Shout out to Blue Polly 2 for being the dopest fucking scratch DJ / regular DJ.
He supports the Humane Society
DJ
too.
I do.
Rapper /
Do it for the dogs, cats, gerbils, whatever.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by the
Patron.
Mac Lethal and Wax show that we're playing. April 19th, the night before 420. We'll be playing when midnight happens. And what?
Right.
And shout out to.
Well, let's just talk about the Mac Lethal show. I'm going to be thinking of a challenge to make Pizzy freestyle 419 the plus. It's not a lot of money. It's going to be super fun. These guys are super nerdy, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Since Pizzy's here and he wants to shout out that we got chosen to open for...
The Pre-Claire. We're in Pre-Claire's.
Pre-Claire's at the Metro the night before Eau Claire's.
Yeah,
who are the bands we're playing with?
We're working with
People and
Roma de Luna. And that's the side project for Channing.
Policia.
Yeah, Channing.
the singer of Policia.
Yeah, singer of Policia.
And then we're also playing with Carnage in Stevens Point on May 11th, and then playing at the Plus again with Carnage at the Plus again on a weekend. The 12th of May. But really, next show, April 19th, the Plus, Mac Lethal Wax.
That
you can
makes
eat
sense.
pizza, and there's going to be a whole bunch of local support. And who cares? But come in and check them out early. Get some pizza.
Hell yeah. And you
buy
never...
a ticket. Do pre-sale, because if you want Prof back... Because I think he's thinking about not coming back. If you want Greaves back, I'm thinking he's thinking about now. We need to support hip hop.
Oh, absolutely.
We need to support everything. It's great that we have everything that we have. Anyways, I care about you guys. Have a good night. Cheers, PBRs. Sorry we had to do 2 parts. But I mean, I guess if any episode had to have 2 parts, this one would have been worth it. Waywords, episode 004. This is part 2. Hope you had fun talking about the gorillas and the apes. And,
rapping.
And rap and peace out.
The Bears.
Hey.
We're going to try to do a normal practice
Skull
after
Vikings.
this. I doubt it's going to happen.
I'm going to be like this. Skull Vikings. Let's win this game.
Somebody cut the tape.
Skull Vikings with their empty fucking trophy case.
That's not the facts. That's not the facts. If you guys actually know anything about football or anything about
before
football,
they were a real team.
in 1969, before
football mattered.
No, before they joined.
When there was only 8 teams.
When
there was only 8 teams in the league.
Before they joined the NFL and the AFL, the Vikings played in the NFL championship against the Cleveland Browns and beat them. No, listen. So for every single person out there that says that the Vikings have never won an NFL championship or anything and their trophy case is empty, y'all could suck a fucking dick.
You know what? You sound like
you sound
fucking
ignorant. Dick.
You sound ignorant.
I sound very smart and fucking woke, baby. Oh.
Hey.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, if anybody gets last word,
it should be you.
Yeah.
Give it.
Go Eagles, Super Bowl champions.
Hey, you're the
You're fucking
You're
lame.
the champions.
Peace out. I'll see you fuckers
You're
next
the
year.
champions later.
Later.
Bye.